I remember back in the summer of 2000, I had just moved to San Diego a few months earlier, and I was only 2.5 miles away from the Santee Drive-In, a drive-in that starting in 2001, I worked at for a long time. I worked there a long, long, long time. And I love that place. I immensely love that place. But the cool thing was, July of that summer, I got to see a double feature of Gladiator and X-Men, two of the top films from 2000, and two movies that did, in and of themselves, revolutionize their particular genre. X-Men obviously set the tone for where we are now with the unprecedented juggernaut that is these comic book films, and Gladiator really brought it in regards to hard-hitting storytelling with massive violence set in a very expensive period piece, one that I think that no other studio has been able to recapture. But the thing is, that was 19 years ago. 19 years ago, and Ridley Scott, I don't know what is going on with Ridley Scott right now, but apparently Gladiator 2 is going to take place 2 decades after the original. So 20 to 25, 25 to 30 years, somewhere in there, it's going to take place. And it's going to take place not with Russell Crowe. Now, if you recall correctly, back when the early days of Gladiator 2 was being talked about, it was going to star Russell Crowe. It was going to star Russell Crowe. He's going to come back as Maximus, like in the land of the dead, like fighting his way back to the living or some crap. I don't know. He's dead. His wife and kid are dead. They're reunited in the afterworld or the underworld or the afterlife or whatever. Leave them be. But no, this is going to take place with the kid Lucius, who is Connie Nielsen's son, who was in the movie, right? The kid who is now 25, years later, is now going to be a gladiator who is using Maximus as inspiration, so they say. They're using him as inspiration here. So are we going to get like Maximus as a Force ghost? Fat Russell Crowe is going to pop back up 20 years later and go like, "Oh, I found a buffet. I've been pretty good over here." But no, I find the concept to be interesting, but also wholly unnecessary, right? Do we need to have a Gladiator 2? The answer to that is no. The answer to that is really no. And I feel like Ridley Scott is absolutely losing his edge. And I know he's getting up there in years, and I don't want to think about him not being around because I truly love him as a director. And when he is on point, he is on point, and his movies are fantastic. But there's also a lot of movies that aren't very good. And I brought up The Counselor before, and somebody wanted to fight me on that one. Look, brutal ending, brutal movie, one-time watch. Even that Cameron Diaz scene on the Ferrari or the Lamborghini with Javier Bardem, and she's apparently like a suction cupping herself to the. You don't see anything, so it's not worth watching. It's just a very odd sequence to be sitting in a theater with your girlfriend surrounded by old people at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Like, this is, what are we seeing again? But look, Scott is a fantastic, talented director, and I know he wants to leave a legacy behind. And I think by going after Gladiator 2, by trying to do another Alien prequel, I think where he's at right now is he's trying to capture or recapture what was there. You're never going to recreate Alien. When it comes to the general fandom, people want aliens, not as much Alien. I will, as a caveat, I will say the Alien Isolation, which came out 5 years ago, is a fantastic game. You should play it. You should absolutely enjoy the hell out of it. And it's more tuned to the aesthetic of the original Alien. And that's great. And I would love to see that translated into a film. But when it comes to gaming, you want more alien colonial marines with the proper AI, not what we got, but with actual decent AI. People want action-oriented xenomorph on xenomorph crime. That's what they want, and or an Alien versus Predator movie that's not terrible. But that's where he's at right now, right? Like that's what's going on, and it's sad. It's really sad that he's kind of going back to the drawing board on these things. When I don't think he should. I think Gladiator should be a single thing. We don't need Gladiator 2. It's like, it's sad. It's sad because this is a guy that I respect immensely, and I feel like he's just constantly going backwards instead of being the trailblazer that he was 40 years ago and moving things forward. I think he has got so many stories still in him to tell. I think he's got original stories to tell, very unique ways to tell them. Not everyone is going to be good, right? For every The Martian, we get The Counselor, or what was that Christian Bale God one? Gods in something? Not Gods of Egypt or Gods and Monsters. Doesn't even matter. I can't even tell you the title of the damn movie. That's how memorable it was. Like I said, you get The Kingdom, which is excellent. Martian, excellent. Other movie, yeah. So Gladiator 2, I don't know. I don't know. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you want to team up with Russell Crowe once again and do something cool. Give us another Robin Hood movie. That was okay. Not perfect, but okay enough to warrant a sequel. Plus we get more Scott Grimes. Who doesn't want that? Anyway, I leave it to you, your thoughts, your opinions. Write down below and tell me how you feel about Ridley Scott and Gladiator 2. Do you want to see it? Or hit me up on Twitter up here. I'm always around. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day and peace out.